Hey everybody, Buff here. Hey everybody, Manannan here. Welcome back to the Shattered World mod of Crusader Kings 2. I am playing as the Sultan, or Mansa rather, of Mali and me, which is a joke I will continue to use. Now, last episode I started to win my conquest for Marrakech, which is one of the West African holy sites. But while I've been doing that, some peasants have been randomly wandering around and besieging stuff and seizing some villages and pretending they're relevant. So I'm going to go and, you know, prove how incorrect that feeling is. And all the while I'll have ticking war score from my occupation of Marrakech. So we should be a war 1. I mean, does he not? I thought he had a bigger army than that. He does have 1,000 troops in Ouiday. Oh, they're down there. Okay, well, we're going to go via that way. I mean, normally it says go that way 'cause it's faster, but no, we're going to go this way. Because then we can meet him on the way and he can't do anything like try and unsiege his holdings or anything irritating like that. And I've got a new heir, apparently. The Farbus Mbali, the Silent of Mali. That is such a great rhyme. Right, so will we catch them? 7th of March, 12th of March. We're not going to catch them. I want to catch them. Will I catch them? Will they? They've stopped, so can I get there? 28th of March, 23rd of March. So he will retreat down into the Sahara. That's fine. I will chase him that way. As long as he's not going north, then it's fine. He's going to... Eventually I'll catch up with him. Send DR into hiding. Who's trying to kill her? You. I'm going to send you in. No, I don't want to. You're almost of age. I don't want you to have any sort of bad influences from lack of social activity or anything like that. I don't know if that would take effect that quickly, but... I can imprison my wife. Why do I want to imprison? Because you're trying to kill my son. One of my sons. I have many sons. It's elective, so it doesn't really matter. Can I just make it? No, I know. No. I can't just make it of a kind. It needs to be elective, apparently. So I'm on 100% war score, just so I get a little bit of prestige or piety, one or two. I'm going to kill this army. 50 war score for... Yeah, so basically very little, but it does reduce his armies a little bit. So I'm gonna... I think that I'll be able to keep my... Yes, I do. Fantastic. I was a bit worried that... Yes, I'm at war with the peasant revolt, but it's not a real war. The game doesn't often consider them real wars. Like, you're not... It used to be you'd be defending versus heretics or infidels or foreigners when it was a peasant revolt or something like that. So you could leave that going perpetually just to keep everyone happy. They changed that, so now there's obviously there is a difference between the two types of war. So I didn't know whether that would affect tribal levies, but apparently not. And you become an indulgent wastrel, you waste of space. I should have put you into hiding. At least then you get an excuse. So, chance of DR being kind, or he loses idolize and becomes zealous. We're gonna go with this. See what happens. He does become kind. Okay, because I've been having a weird experience with the new education system. Like, either I'm misreading them, because I read it quite quickly, or it is a glitch, but it'll say, so-and-so becomes brave. And I'll click, okay, yes, definitely become brave. And then it's craven, or something like that, or it's the opposite. I don't know whether I am just misreading. I don't know. It's possible. But we're going to end... Actually, no, we're not going to end this war, because I want to get this army nearby. We're going to disband our levies, though. Because, basically, I want to keep them going. Now, who can I attack now? In terms of moral authority, I'm on 33%. I'm going to keep hold of Marrakech because it's really good. I don't want to give it away. But in terms of another holy site to go for, if you look at the religious map mode, West African, I control 1. Sorry about that, guys. My phone went off. So as we were saying, religious holy sites. Yes, that's it. So we've controlled Marrakech, which means we control 3 of the 5. So, holy site-wise, I have enough to reform the faith. However, I don't have enough piety, for one thing, and I need moral authority to be up. Now, one way of getting moral authority up is to, obviously, control all 5. But I can't expand that far east yet, because Tamdalt is still in the way. If I was to break my truce with him... It's only been five years, but for now I need to attack someone else. Such as perhaps the Duke of Tangier. That might be worth doing. Or even this guy, because he's weaker. Tangier is probably... Actually, no. Tarudent is actually a better holding at the moment. But, I mean, what do you currently hold? Yeah, you've got a lot more... No, I'm going to go for Tarudent. Declare a conquest of... Do I want Infa or do I want Tarudent? Or Tarudent? Ibadi versus there. I suppose I'll go for Taradant, just because... I'm saying it different every single time. I'm going to go for them anyway, just because that means my land's more collected, instead of being spread out like a tendril towards the Atlantic Ocean. So we're going to raise up all my levies again. And, in fact, we're not going to raise up levies. Not mine, anyway. We're going to dismiss them, just because they are costing me money, and the tribal army cost me enough already. So if I don't have them... Yep, I'm actually gaining money now, so I shouldn't run out of money for these tribal levies, which is great. And you can get married, because the war ended. Lovely. That is gorgeous. Get that incest going. I can raise another tribal army, which is good. I'm not going to, however, because at the moment I don't need it. And prestige is more useful for me. Where are you going? You're heading to Infa. Oh, you're getting attacked from someone else. Ah, so that's... Wait. That's me. And then Tara... He's attacking someone in the conquest of Fez. I don't blame you. Fez is really nice, but you've picked an awfully bad time to do that. And he's decadent, which is just not going to go well for him at all. Sorry, just having a sip of tea. It's quite cold. So, I'm not going to send DR into hiding. In fact, I will just tell my wife to stop trying to kill him. Because I want my dynasty to be strong, even though it's not really mine. It's only mine for this character. And what's my focus? I think I'm going to change it to hunting. Because it still gives me martial, but it also improves my health. Because I want to live this character for a decent while yet. Because I do intend to reform the faith. Because I think that'd be quite fun. If I have the chance to reform a pagan faith, I'm going to go for it. Because I've done Slavic. I'd like to have done Germanic, but Germanic is probably on the way to doing that itself. Is it? Yeah, they're all still fairly staunch. There's no one going to shift them out of there. So, eventually, they should reform. So, we're just going to head straight into Tarudent. I keep saying it every single time. But, either way, we're going to go there. Cert is bloody strong, isn't it? Well, it looks like it's strong. It's only got 3, 6, 7 holdings. But it's a large, good geography. Sicily's formed! We've got a Lombard king of Sicily. Somehow. Oh, he's a liberation revolt, isn't he? Yes, he is. He's got no family. And he came from nowhere. So let's just have a look at history. And it is a... claimant? No, liberation. Must be a liberation. He's got no family. How can he ever claim? But either way, that's a kingdom of Sicily. You don't often see that. Manually formed. Oh, that's amazing. The Teutonics have conquered Rome. They got tired of having the heretic on their doorstep and they've conquered them. And Carvuna, oh my god, I love this mod just because of what happens with the world. Like, this is the mod that I'd quite like to do a time lapse on, but you know, Vril does a much better job of that than I ever could. So I'm going to leave that to him. Now, I'm going to improve... I'm going to have you educated to become a good steward, because I'm going to probably marry off to someone in my family, because incest. And we're just going to have another look. So, Galicia has formed. All these heretics. Catholicism is not in a good place right now. Orthodoxy is actually in a much better position. I mean, they've got their holy order. They never get their holy order. Not without human intervention, normally. It is very cool to see. Chosianan. Is that occupied by somewhere? Oh my god, he's being attacked by everything. Yeah. So, I've had a grandson. Good news. Alright, reward my steward. I'll honour him for his skill. And he is still pissed off at me, because I've raised levies. Well, sorry mate, but hang on, does not thing allow me to... No, apparently not. Yeah, apparently it's not the same as other pagan faiths where you can just have levies raised and they don't care. I suppose this is a... No, this is a defensive pagan. That's the way they're generally split up. Germanic, Tengri, and Slavic, perhaps, are... No, there's another one I'm missing. Aztec, yeah. They're the three aggressive ones, I think. And then Slavic, Surmanesco, and West African are all defensive. Which is they get bonuses towards defense, and obviously Germanic gets incredibly overpowered CVs, so does Tengri, and the Aztecs as well. So that's probably why they actually mind if I have my levies raised. A white lion! I'm going to send people how to find it. One day I will kill that great beast. But probably not with this character. And if so, I'd be really annoyed, because the chances of it's like 1%, and it's an achievement, and I still haven't got it. So I'd have to be playing Iron Man, which I obviously am not, because this is a mod for one thing. So, I'm not going to raise a tribal army, I'll ignore that. I've got a temple holding here, apparently, which I'll get rid of. Can I get rid of? Apparently I can't get rid of it. Why not? Oh, I have got rid of it. Okay, the tooltip hadn't updated. We're on 99% war score. We're just going to sit here, because it won't allow me to win. Oh no, you will give in. Okay, normally it doesn't allow you to do something like that. I've been a fool. Actually, no, I'm just going to wait here. In fact, has my truce ended yet? Or have I... Wow, my truce still has a few more years left. So we're going to end this war, pause it. We've usurped lots of titles, good to know. And then we're going to give these out to new people. And we've only got... Oh, I lost my tribal army there. That was a mistake. Oh well. That's fine, that means I can sort of take my time and not rush into another war with Tamdult if I really don't want to. Although I still might. Because he's currently losing a war. Can I kill him? I'm not going to be able to kill him. Declare war. What do I lose? I lose a lot of prestige. Not ideal. And pisses off all Muslims. But I don't overly care. Yeah, sorry, we're going to go for it. So we're going to raise up my armies. I probably don't need a tribal army, so I'm not going to do that. I'll raise up my levies as well, because I genuinely don't care about their opinion. Is the honest thing. I'm going to use them to conquer, and they're going to like it. So we're going to group here in the Sahara Desert, which is a really great place to gather a huge force of people. And then we're going to cross over the border into Figurwig. Seize Figurwig, which will then allow us to start expanding east to reclaim Atlasmont first. I have no idea how you Atlas Mountain. Could that be? And they just shortened it. And this is the Atlas Range, which is why there's like is there not one? Anti-Atlas there. Atlasmont. As far as I know, they're the Atlas Mountains. Sure, that's what, unless I've completely misunderstood something I've been vaguely told at some point in the past. So we are going to have a... Oh, the inbred child. You can be... We're going to go with stewardship, just because you might then get humble, which you should be if you're inbred. Oh, I want a potion. Please don't kill me. This feels good. What does that give me? I won't give up. Apparently, that's happened. I've lost my steward, which is tragic. I'm sure you're aware. And you're going to try and settle a tribe as well. You're going to settle a tribe up in Marrakech. Get the Mande tribe going. I mean, is there any other particular West African cultures that I don't have? No, it's all Mande. Let's have a sip of tea. And we are going to cross over the border now. I think we're going to all group over and just go. Because he's not going to be able to hold off this current army. So if we've got a decent commander in charge, such as myself, we outnumber him. Yes, he's got mountains on his side, but that shouldn't be enough to... I mean, they are light infantry. I may have just screwed everything up. But with reinforcements on the way, it should be okay. And no, that has crushed them. That's fine. I was a bit worried then that I was setting myself up for a fall. But no, apparently not. So this guy is going to lose most of his land. Because he's going to lose Fez, and he's going to lose Figurwig. So he's just going to be left with Masat and Tamdult. Neither of which are particularly good. Which, considering he is from Marrakech, is now looking pretty bad. And, of course, he's got a Decadence Revolt on the way. Although I don't know whether you have to be a Duke or above to get them. I'm not sure. But either way, venerable elders, give them out. I don't have enough old people to give titles to, apparently. Do I have any faction to worry about? No, I don't really. This guy's a bit pissy, but he just wants to be on the thing. But you're terrible. Let's have a look at my things. Yeah, no, you're not getting a job. You're awful. You can just stew in your own misery if you want, but I'm not giving you a job. So we're starting the occupation. There's a lot of holdings to go through. So this is probably going to go... it probably won't take too long because they are... there's a couple of castles. That's annoying. But yeah, a couple of castles to deal with. But once we've occupied this, I mean, it'll give me a nice bit of money, which is nice. Because I'm still... I am now losing money. That's a shame. I'm going to have you become prideful, I think. I'm still not fully understanding the education system as it stands at the moment. It's a bit of an anomaly for me. I'm not entirely sure because it's such a change from the old way. I know that the people who are the educator do have an effect, but it's not. They're not your teacher. They're your warden in effect. They've got their own jobs, but they have you stay at their castle as a sign of respect, and genuinely, like, wardships were highly sought after because of the influence it gave you. Because essentially, you were their regent. So, say someone was the heir to vast tracts of land, and you were their ward. They were your ward. You could decide who they married. You could pocket the income from those estates. It's quite a little moneymaker. And obviously, if you chose who they married, oh, you're going to this young girl is going to marry my son. Yeah, so despite the fact she's the Duchess of Kent, yep, my family now controls Kent. Is essentially the way it used to work. Obviously, you can't really do that in the game. It would be a little bit overpowered, but it would be quite a nice feature, I think. Maybe if there was a child ruler and you were the educator, you became the regent, perhaps. Because essentially that's what it was. But I don't know whether that would be balanced or not. Probably not. Tangier, who are you at war with? You've helped someone in a holy war for Portugal, and you're defending the conquest from this guy, who is Luidger. He's Dutch. Dutch Germanics. That's something I haven't seen before. But they are very, like, happy to be there. I mean, was he... Okay, no. I thought for a minute that he might have been... How far back does his family go? He was a Saxon originally, and then they've culture converted to Dutch. Okay, fair enough. I didn't know whether it was a independence revolt or a liberation revolt, rather. But apparently not. So we are going to win this siege, which should be enough to... Why is it telling me I've got the wrong holding types? They're tribal. Oh, no, they're not. They're not tribal at all. So, yes. We're going to win this siege. And I think that might give you enough war score to win the war itself, which is a great end to the episode, to be honest. And then I think we'll be able to continue east. And it is enough, so we're going to end this war. I'm going to gain a lot of land, because it's great land. Holy crap. And then we're going to give away this, and that, and this, and also this. And we're now one over my domain limit, which means I'll give away this crappy bit of desert. My culture, my religion, adult, yes, not a ruler. Wish that was like a template you could do. I've done, oh yes, a member of Great House. Who are you anyway? My nephew, heir to the Emirate of Mali. Yeah, I'm not going to give you that. Not going to give you more land. Not member of Great House. In fact, I'm going to go through my family tree. Find someone who deserves some land. My half-brother didn't have any kids. I've got a nephew, the heir to the chiefdom, Sheikhdom of Zama. I don't really want to give it to someone who's already going to get something. You have a strong claim on my land, which may be a bad idea, but I'm going to give it to my grandson, who's only 2 years old. Because it's literally just a little bit of... It's a castle. He gets to run around in it, yeah, he gets to have his fun. And there's nothing more expected from him because there's literally he's in the middle of the desert. But anyway, we're going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.